The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. He fields it at the 8, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time, and leading them out, their quarterback, it's Jalen Hurts.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
On play action, here's Hurts. He's going to run it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's caught Saquon Barkley. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for an Eagles first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's his third touchdown on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
The thing that stuck out to me, Mike, was when we met with him this week, immediately, right at the start of the production meeting, was his ability to take ownership of last week's loss. He said, listen, if I don't make those 2 interceptions, we probably win that game. And when you go back and watch the tape, I love how hard he is on himself. He played pretty good ball. If he can eliminate those couple bad throws, a couple bad decisions, when he's good, he is as good as there is in the NFL.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Here comes 3rd and 6. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. 11 yards on the pass there. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. Here's a run going left. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings come right back to tie it at 7. Each team 1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got this one complete to Goddard. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. That's taken in by Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. On the ground, this is Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. Man in motion is Brown. On second down, Hurts. He keeps it himself. Slot man in motion left. On first down, it's Hurts. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5. 12 yards on the pickup, and that's a first down. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. Here's Barkley. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. From a little closer, here's second and goal. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. One more time, they try Barkley. And this time, he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Vikings.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. This one brought in by Hawkinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. McCarthy to the air on second down. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. He'll run. This is Mason. He's going to have a Vikings first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on third and a yard. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. To the air on third down is McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. a run. And here's Mason. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. On second down, here's McCarthy. The throw on the run is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are back within 4 at 14-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Hurts now. Now he takes off. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. On first down, it's Hurts. In trouble, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A pistol snap back to Hurts. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Third and goal for Hurts. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. Elliott Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense going to take over just before the half. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Adoree Jackson makes the tackle. Throwing on second down is McCarthy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. On fourth down, here's McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Cam Akers, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were losers in that game.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Julian Blackman comes up from the safety spot to bring him down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Minnesota. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
On first down, here's McCarthy. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Dotson, the man in motion. Here it is on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he's going to have the first down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains. To throw is Hurts. Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And he's fighting and trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Oh, he's got this one complete to Goddard. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. On 2nd down, Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. 3rd and long for Hurts. That is caught. And he's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
McCarthy to the air. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. The pick-6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end. To the air on third down is McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. He's got it. He is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings are able to cut into the deficit. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Off the play fake, Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. he will go all the way. Devontae Smith, touchdown, Eagles. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The visitors' offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. 1st and 10.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Vikings first down.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. This one is caught by Dotson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing again is McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To the air once more is McCarthy. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Vikings. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Once again, it's Barkley. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, Barkley. Barkley's got the first down and more. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, come away with the victory.